Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about this brand new rebuilt defensive line. Listen, USC has did a tremendous job. Lincoln Riley and coaching staff has did a tremendous job rebuilding this defensive line. Listen, we want to project the starters. Who do we think is going to be the starters when you're talking about the rotation and second, first string, third string, the whole deal, man? So look, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Look, you guys know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe. It's going to help me out. So let's take a look at this real quick. How is USC's defensive line going to look in the 2023 season? Let's go. Project this thing out. What do I think the defensive line will look like? And this is what I think it'll look like. And I'm gonna give you guys my reasons for that. You guys know in the spring they had different guys playing. They were changing in and out. The team was trying to get different looks, really for different situations. When you look at whether it's goal line or whether you want to have a full offensive line where you don't have a full defensive line where you don't have a rush in, dropping back, things might change. So, but as it stands right now, if I'm gonna have a team that's starting right now, if I'm gonna have some guys out there, this is how it's gonna look, and I'm gonna show you guys how it'll look if I have a fully loaded line with a guy not rushing on that the rush in, but. To start, I'm going to have all the way to the right. You see there, number 10, it's going to be Jamil Muhammad, primarily because of this. And you guys know Lincoln Riley, if we go back to his spring, some of the conversations that he was having in the spring during his press conference, one of the things he did mention was how active Jamil Muhammad was during spring. And he's standing right at 6'2", 245. They like their rush ins like that to be that. So if I'm going to say starter, for defensive end, rush in, it's going to have to be Jamil Muhammad. Following by, you're going to have behind him, most likely it's going to be Sam Green. Sam Green was extremely active at the rush in spot as well. And then you're going to have, Romello Height. Now, Romello Height healthy, I think he can go with anybody. So I'm going to just leave that right there. But, those three right there between Jamil Muhammad, Sam Green, Romello Height, all three of those guys can get in there and make it happen. And I believe can drop back in coverage. I believe they're athletic enough to drop back in coverage. So when you look at my starters, right now, I'm saying Jamil Muhammad. And you guys know when he came on, when he interviewed on my show, talked about him being a quarterback. I just think his athleticism is just a little different from some of the others. That's just my opinion. I think Sam Green is closely behind. The next one is going to be Kenyon Bars. I'm going to have him at D tackle. These two positions that we're going to talk about next, they can both kind of interchange out. But it's going to be Kenyon Bars, defensive tackle. I believe he'll play that spot. And he's solid there. And then you're going to have guys behind him, like a Tyrone Taleni or Stanley. Those guys are going to be that go all the way back to the third spot, third depth, as it relates to that. So Keon Bars, Tyrone Taleni in the back, Stanley. Those guys are all going to be part of that defensive tackle spot. And then when you're talking about nose guard, and I think Tyrone Taleni and Stanley, they're a little undersized, but I think they could probably interchange as those as well. But then when you're talking about defense, nose tackle, I'm gonna have Big Bear right there. Bear's gonna be the nose tackle. You see him right there next to Keon Bars. And look, forgive me, I know Jack Sullivan as well. Jack Sullivan is going to be most likely, when you're talking about these spots right here, the nose tackle and the D tackle, he's going to be, I would say, number two, because he's working in and out of both of those spots as well. And then you're going to have Bear right there at nose tackle. But then Anthony Lucas is going to be the DN. I'm going to say Anthony Lucas or Jack Sullivan. Now, if you listen to Lincoln Riley's press conference, he told you how active Anthony Lucas was as well. He's doing some amazing things. He said, do you guys remember this comment he made? He said, I don't even know how Anthony Lucas actually made a play. And Caleb Williams said it as well. So, look, I'm basing my information, I'm basing my projections based on information that we all got from the spring. When you talk about Jamel Muhammad, when you talk about Kenyon Barnes, and Bear is just Bear. We know what Bear can do. And then Anthony Lucas, some of the information that we got from him. Now, I know it's Jack Sullivan can get in there, so I'm not dismissing him. Jack Sullivan can easily get in there and get on that end. But when you're talking about the starters, how this thing is going to project out, this is what I believe is going to be. You guys hit me in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. How do you think this thing is going to project out when you're talking about the new defensive line here at USC? Now, if I decided to go heavy, this is how it'll look. It'll be Anthony Lucas. It'll be Kenyon Barnes for the starters now. If I decided to go heavy, a heavy package, it would be Kenyon Barnes, Big Bear right there, number 90, and then you're going to have Jack Sullivan. That's how it's going to look for me if we have a full house. And look, man, you guys hit me in the comment section. I didn't want to make this just a long, drawn out video because this thing could really be long and drawn out. But let's remember, as far as the second string as well, and I'm totally forgetting about Solo. How does Solo project out? Because he looks super strong. So right now the defensive end, if I'm going to start the defensive end, it's going to be Anthony Lucas. It's going to be Solo. And then you got Corey Foreman still there, sitting at the third spot. All this, you're talking about a lot of information we all got to kind of consume right now and try to really digest, like, who is going to be. You guys know these guys are going to get out there anyway and have to perform and have to compete and may the best man win. But when you're talking about these guys up here, Anthony Lucas, Solo, and then you still got Corey there. Corey is still going to, have a lot to say. And then even when you're talking about, let's go back to the other clip. Even when you talk about the rush in spot, you're going to have Jamel Muhammad, Sam Green. Then you got Romello Height. And we still have, don't forget, we still have Solomon Byrd. We still have, and then we got Braylon Shelby coming in. And we got David Peavy coming in. And Elijah Hughes. So, this thing is really, it's kind of moving and grooving. Like USC's depth, like now we can say USC may have the strongest depth as it relates to the line on the whole team. It is so much. And so, well, let me say this. One aspect of the line has the most depth because when you look at just the nose tackle and the D tackle, you could probably use maybe one or two more just heavy guys. But like I said, we have Stanley and we have Tyrone Taleni. But the rush ends and / defensive ends is very heavy right now. And look, USC is really, they really built this thing up, man. So look, you guys, it's a good part. It's a good problem to have. We should be very excited about what USC has right now on the defensive line. Look, it's not going to be overloaded. You can never have enough, man, because at the end of the day, USC, we were completely lost in the sauce. When you talk about penetration, those guys started off good in the season, held teams to like 19 points, but I just believe the fatigue and not enough depth wore us all the way down. And so, man, look, you guys hit me in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts. Drop your comments down there. Give me your thoughts. Who are your starters? Who do you project to be in there? All right, so that is the new defensive line, man. Look, you guys hit me. Let me know your thoughts. Drop your comments down in the comment section. Do you agree with how I have those guys projected out, man? Listen, I think USC is going to move and groove. I think it's going to be an absolute battle coming this fall, man. I cannot wait. Listen, the fall cannot get here fast enough, especially with the arrival of Bear now. It's just like, man, you just really want to see how this thing is going to work out. You really want to see how these guys move and groove. You want to see the development. And even with the current guys that we got, some of the guys that we already had, like you still want to see Corey develop. You still want to see several different guys across that defensive line. I want to see a healthy Romello Height. So look, man, you guys hit me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this. Until later on, listen, you guys stay blessed. And don't forget to make sure you guys get up, get out. and make some things happen this morning. Fight on, fight on, fight on.